I still remember the first time I heard of him. They called him the Gentle Healer, a man who wandered our town every morning with a warm smile, helping the sick and downtrodden, repairing broken homes, and offering comfort to all in need. No one ever imagined that behind that kind face, a terrible secret festered once the sun sank and the full moon took its throne in the sky. It began with small whispers. In the soft light of dawn, as neighbors gathered their hopes around his gentle word and generous deeds, an unsettling rumor emerged. People spoke in hushed tones about strange happenings when night fell. Some claimed that those whom the Gentle Healer had nurtured to recovery by day would vanish or be found dead by sunrise. They said that as soon as the bright hours were over, a horrific creature haunted the darkened streets, a creature that left behind the marks of savage claws and eyes full of terror. I had never believed such tales until I saw the evidence with my own eyes. It was a cool autumn evening when the mysterious disappearances escalated. Mr. Collins, a local farmer who had been helped back to health by the Gentle Healer just days earlier, was found lifeless near the edge of the woods. His body bore deep scratch wounds, and his expression was frozen in a look of abject terror. The town was shaken. How could the very man who offered life by day be connected to such brutal deaths at night? The local police were baffled. Everyone who had sought the healer's aid during daylight seemed to vanish under the pall of night, only to be found the next morning as victims of something monstrous. Yet, by day, the healer's presence was as comforting as the first light of dawn. He worked tirelessly in the community, mending broken hearts and bodies alike. No one ever suspected that the same gentle touch might conceal the claws of a beast. Curiosity turned to dread when a second victim emerged, a lonely widow whose life had been revived by his empathetic care. Her body, discovered in her quiet home at sunrise, showed the same savage marks, and the pattern repeated with each new case. Fear gripped the town, but the identity of the killer remained a disturbing mystery. Whispers of the curse became louder. Some began to suspect that the wounds were not inflicted by a stranger, but by someone known to them, a secret hidden in plain sight. Shadows in the twilight hinted at a dual existence. The benevolent face the town had grown to love might hide a dark destiny under the eerie light of the full moon. An elderly doctor, who had long worked alongside the Gentle Healer, started his own investigation. Late one night, driven by both fear and hope for a cure, he secretly trailed the healer as the silver light of the moon spread its glow over our town. From a safe distance, he watched as the man walked with a calm, steady gait towards an old secluded field at the edge of town. There, beneath a skeletal oak, the transformation began. Under the full moon, something extraordinary and horrifying occurred. The doctor's eyes widened as he observed the healer's face contort in anguish, the gentle features twisted into a menacing snarl. Muscles rippled unnaturally and, with a bone-chilling howl that split the silence of the night, the kind man transformed into a monstrous werewolf. His hands grew into claws, his eyes burned with a savage red gleam, and the man the town had trusted for healing was now a creature of pure terror. The doctor's heart thundered as he followed discreetly. He saw the creature move silently through the town, a predator returning to claim his victims. In a moment of horror, he witnessed the beast approach the very home of one of the recent victims. With swift brutality, the creature struck the sleeping victim, leaving no chance for survival. Unable to remain hidden any longer, the doctor documented every detail of that terrible night with his notebook and trembling camera. The evidence left no room for doubt. The gentle face that smiled warmly in the morning was the very same face that, under the full moon, became a creature of blood and claws. The duality was heart-wrenching, a man devoted to healing by day but cursed to kill by night. The following morning, as the first rays of sunlight chased away the horrors of the night, the murderer reverted to his daytime persona. At a town meeting called to discuss the macabre events, the Gentle Healer attended as usual, his smile calm and his eyes kind. The townsfolk, still reeling from the losses, could hardly imagine that the handsome, caring man before them was responsible for the unspeakable crimes. The doctor, his evidence safely hidden away, was torn between the duty to reveal the truth and the agony of destroying the one person who had once been a beacon of hope. In a moment of unbearable tension, the doctor finally confronted the healer in private. "I have seen you," he whispered, voice shaking. "I have seen what you become when the moon rises." The healer's eyes, now filled with torment and sorrow, offered no denial. Instead, he hung his head in grief, confessing the unbearable secret of his cursed existence. His voice broke as he spoke of an ancient family curse, a legacy of monstrous transformation that he fought every day. By day, he was driven by a deep compassion, desperate to make amends for the sins of his bloodline. By night, however, the curse overcame him, turning his healing touch into a deadly strike. Despite his struggles and his relentless search for a cure, he could not escape the inevitable tide of darkness that surged within him under the full moon. In that confession, the truth was laid bare. The gentle smile that had comforted the town's pain also masked a monstrous secret, a secret that left the town shrouded in sorrow and horror. The doctor and the healer began working together to seek a way to break the curse once and for all, even though each failed attempt deepened the tragedy that loomed over them. As the days passed, the town lived in constant fear of the next full moon, and its people mourned the victims of a dual reality they could neither accept nor escape. The mystery of the gentle healer became a chilling reminder that even the kindest souls might harbor unspeakable darkness, a darkness that sometimes can only be conquered by facing the deepest parts of oneself. He healed by day, but by night, the curse took over. In the silence of the full moon, trust turned to terror, and the most trusted mask concealed the most unthinkable horror.